Hi, and welcome back to another episode of The Breakdown with Bethany. I'm Bethany Braun-Silva, and today my guest is actress and mom, Jamie Chung. We're going to be talking about how Jamie's going to be spending the holiday season with her two adorable twin boys and some safety tips that parents need to know about. We're also going to be talking about the importance of mental health for moms, especially. So this is one episode you're not going to want to miss. So yes, I see the background. We are coming up on the holiday season. I'm wondering what old traditions did you have from you growing up that you were so excited to celebrate with your boys this season?
Well, growing up, we kind of had a Christmas tree, but generally my parents didn't buy us gifts. They would take us on ski trips. They would save up for one family trip, and that would be to Lake Tahoe to go skiing. And so luckily, Brian also loves to ski. So I think we're going to start them on skis. Not this year. I think it's a little too soon. They're only 13 months, but maybe next year. But this new tradition that we have, blending our religion and customs. He's Jewish, I'm Catholic, and so our holidays is very blended. But I'm big on Christmas decorations and a Christmas tree. I also have, the Star of David, and I have Christmas ornaments. Sorry, holiday ornaments for our holiday tree, and yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun.
It is fun because I grew up the same way. So
yeah,
I love it. Yeah.
see? And so I remember the first year I did it when I was with Brian. He was like, I don't know, you can do it. I'm not gonna do it. So I did it on myself, and it was quite small and pathetic. And he saw it and he was like, that's really sad. Next year we'll go a little bit bigger. And so the following year, I was out of town filming, and I came back and I really wanted a tree. And so he bought the tree for me, and it was kind of late in the season. So it was like misshaped and like kind of funky and sad. And then he took all of my like FedEx packages that I had in my office, and he wrapped them up as gifts. It was A for effort. And now that we have a family, it's something that we can do together, but with an artificial tree. The decorating part, and it's really fun. Speaking of decorations, we have all of these lights and tea lights and string lights that we use, and they're all operated by lithium coin batteries. And that's why it made sense for this partnership, because my kids are at an age where they're putting everything into their mouth. They crawl, they see something, my phone goes in their mouth. This candle will go in their mouth. You have to make sure, you have to point out all the items in your house that use these lithium coin batteries, or any batteries for that matter. Keep them out of the reach of children, swap them out for Duracell because it comes with child secure packaging and a bitter coating, which discourages swallowing. And yeah, Christmas decorations, holiday decorations are my jam.
It's so important too, because I'm a mom of two boys. I'm a little ahead of you in the game. They're 10 and 7. So I've been at this for a minute, but like batteries on Christmas morning is like the bane of my existence. And up until learning about this campaign, I'm just like, we need batteries, never really thinking about the safety aspect of them. So I'm really glad, to hear that the bitter taste is something like I'm really interested in and learning,
I tried it myself. Just to see what it does. I mean, you can't open this package to save your life with your bare hands. Thank God you have to use this. And, and also like how you dispose of these batteries, or any batteries in the house, how you can't have that around. Any small objects on the floors, we go through all this trouble for baby proofing our homes, to keep it safe. And we're not talking about this until now. So
right. Yeah. And I have to ask, Jamie, what are you gifting your boys? I know you said they're 13 months, so they're super little, but I have to know what's on the wish list this year, the gift list rather.
Man, aside from quality time with family and friends, they're really at this really fun age where I feel like a busy board is in my cart currently. It's I think everyone makes them, but it's a Montessori busy board. And one of my kids is really interested in how things like clasp together, or buckle. He's really fascinated with buckles at the moment, and they have buckles and zippers, every time we walk by and I'm holding him, a light switch, he has to turn it on and off, on and off. I mean, they're like bugs to a light. Anything around the house with lights, they're like, what is that? I need to see how that works. And yeah, it's really fun. So a busy board.
I love that idea. I think
It's a safe way for them to explore.
yeah, sensory toys are so fun, especially at that toddler age. I've been a parenting editor since my son was born, so I know all about the evolution of all the different products. But I also wanted to ask, so okay, it's a little personal, but my best friend is expecting twins, and I mentioned I haven't been a parenting editor, but I don't know what to tell her because my boys are 3 years apart, and and I'm sort of 10 years, 7 years ahead of her, and I'm like, and we've been best friends since we were 5 years old. So you've been so open and honest about your emotional struggles as a mom and just sort of navigating that twin life. So help me out here, Jamie. What do I tell her?
Gosh, I think as a friend, I think the nicest thing you can possibly do is set up a meal train for them. I know those are really popular, but that really helped out. There are, you're going 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, and you have a feeding. You know, Sadly, our kids were in the NICU for a couple of weeks, and we had so much help from the NICU nurses. They're godsends. They're lovely, lovely people.
I wrote an article about that because my older son was in the NICU. So I learned so much
Yeah,
from
you
like
learn
the
so
NICU nurses.
much.
Yep.
But because they're on a tight schedule and they have lots of babies to take care of, they put our twins on the same schedule, the same feeding schedule, the same sleeping schedule, and that's something that we are pretty good about to this day, and it's really helped them thrive, and it helped us thrive. We were able to sleep train them safely at 4 or 5 months, and sleep is important for everyone. So yeah, I mean, I would start with a meal train and keeping them. You have to do a schedule with twins, otherwise you're constantly feeding. Like, you are already constantly feeding, and now it's just so consuming. That's all you do, and changing diapers and baths, and especially with two, when you're doing like the dry diaper changes at night, there are these new onesies that are magnet.
Oh yes, yes.
Game changer. I'm sorry, excuse my French. I know we're recording, but
Go ahead.
the clips, the little things that you have, on every onesie. Like, no, magnets.
Okay. I love that. That was not around when my kids were little.
Oh.
So speaking of that, do you have any sort of multiple must-haves that we can share with our moms that are listening?
I mean, stroller game, that's all we do in Brooklyn. We're like, wow, they have the Up a Baby Vista too. That's really cool. Ooh, is that the new Nuna?
I'm in Chelsea, so we're gonna get that here too.
You get it. But having, whether you want stadium seating, there's like a side-by-side bassinet that you can push when you have your twins. Our twins were so small, we were sharing one bassinet in a stroller when we were taking them on walks. We tried to share, we kept them in one travel crib for as long as possible, but as soon as they get big, you're going to have to buy doubles of everything, but we try to avoid it as much as possible. But yeah, anything that is, they were around when your kids were babies. It's like anything that can convert, whether it's like an easy accessibility, whether it's the car seat that just clicks into the car and then it just clicks into the stroller. That's really clutch. But with two, it's so much stuff.
A lot, right?
I mean, there's certain things they can share. Like, they can share a a soft, not a playpen, a play mat, right? Or, I feel like lovery is the thing to get, like that little but it's not a busy board. It's not a busy mat,
No, I know what you're saying. It has like the mobile action above. Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I just wanted, for our final question, just kind of circle back to the holidays. I know that it can already be like a stressful time. Obviously, investing like in batteries like Duracell definitely helps to keep, anything that we can just like keep our minds at ease during this stressful time. But is there anything that you struggle with, especially during the holidays as a mom, and that you can maybe share with our listeners, just to help them through, sometimes families are hard, being a new mom.
I think because our kids are so young and it's the first in our family, we have grandparents and lots of family members that want to help and want to be there. And I find I love spending time with my family and friends, but at certain times I'm so overwhelmed, and I've always been one to be like, okay, yes, let's go along. Of course, easy peasy. I want to hang out. Like, I'm a yes person. And now that the kids are here, I've realized how important it is to, if you're spread thin, to just kindly decline and say no, like, this is not a really good time. And, it's important that we spend our time together as our nuclear family. And, let's have a week where we bring in all the family, extended family, but it's okay to kind of draw those boundaries, especially during the holidays.
Amazing. Thank you so much
Okay.
for the time.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. And very, very happy holidays to you and your family.
Thank you. And congrats to your friend.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
She's already so overwhelmed.
Oh gosh. I'm praying for her. It's hard.
Well, thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it. Bye.
Holidays. Bye.